Dear students, today we discuss how to calculate or how to find opening capital of the partners. So you might be surprised why sir is telling opening capital. We have to find closing capital because certain things will be added and certain things will be deducted from the capital, that is the salary, commission, or maybe interest on capital will be added and drawings will be deducted from the capital, and with after doing all these adjustments we'll find the closing capital. But in certain cases closing capital will be given and all the adjustment will be given, what are things to be added and deducted, and interest on capital percentage will be given where you need to calculate interest on capital. So always interest on capital will be given on opening capital but not closing capital. If opening capital is not given, how do you calculate interest on capital? So for that reason, first we need to find opening capital with help of the given details and closing balance. Then we calculate interest on capital. So let us solve a problem to understand how to find opening capital and interest on capital. So there is a problem here. It tells that Krishna and Murthy are partners in a business. Two persons, Krishna and Murthy, are partners. Their capitals at the end of the year 31st March 2013 were 80,000 and 60,000. Okay, Krishna's capital is 80,000 and Murthy's capital is 60,000. During the year 2012 and 13, Krishna's drawings were 10,000. So Krishna's drawings, he withdrew 10,000 rupees and Murthy drawings were 5,000 rupees. So Murthy withdraws 5,000 rupees. Then the profits of the year 2012 and 13 before allowing interest on capital. So before allowing interest on capital, the profit and loss is the profit of before allowing interest on capitals, and Murthy's salary 5,000. Murthy's salary 5,000 rupees and per annum. This is per annum, that is annual salary 5,000 rupees and rupees 40,000. That is profit of the firm. Okay, so the profit for the year 2012 and 13 before allowing this salary is rupees 40,000. Okay, so we have to give salary first, but before giving salary the profit is 40,000. Calculate the interest on capital at 5% per annum. Interest on capital 5% per annum. Okay, now here closing capital is given 60,000, 80,000 and their drawings are given, and whereas salary of Murthy is given and profit before giving this salary also is given here. We need to find opening capital first, then we have to find the interest on capital to the opening capital. Okay, now let us solve this problem. There is a format here. So calculation of opening capitals. Particulars. First Krishna and second Murthy. Okay. So since with the help of closing capital we have to find opening capital here, first take closing capital. Okay. So this closing capital will be arrived after deducting the drawings and after adding the salary, commission and etc. etc. Okay, so that means it has included their drawings also, 80,000 Krishna's capital and 60,000 Murthy's capital. Simultaneously we solve both here. So we have deducted drawings from their capital. So add it back to their capitals. So add drawings. So always drawings are deducted from the capital. So we have deducted already. To find the opening capital, we are adding it back. So Krishna has withdrawn 10,000 rupees and Murthy has withdrawn 5,000 rupees. So first part is done. We have added back the drawings which we were deducted already. Now salary. Salary will be added to the partner's capital. We have to deduct it. Then profit. Profit is also added to the partner's capital. So after adding these all things, this figure is arrived. So now we have to deduct them. First make the total of these two columns. 80,000 plus 10,000, 90,000, 60 plus 5, 65,000. Okay, now deduct less. First salary. So partner's salary, Krishna has withdrawn no salary, and for Murthy 5,000 rupees salary. Okay, then profit is left. So profit, here they have not given any ratio. With what ratio they are dividing the profit? So we assume that they are withdrawing equally. So next deduct profit. So 40,000 is the profit. Divide it equally, means divided by 2. 20,000 to Krishna and 20,000 to Murthy. So if you deduct these things from their total capital now, so 90,000 minus 20,000, 70,000 is the opening capital of Krishna, and 65,000 minus 25,000. So 40,000 is the opening capital of Murthy. So 70,000 Krishna's, 40,000 Murthy's. Now interest on capital, they have allowed 5% interest on capital. Now on these opening capital we have to find. So these are opening capitals. Now 5%. So interest on capital. So first Krishna's, so his opening capital is 70,000 into 5%, 5 divided by 100. Assuming that here this amount is there for entire year. He has not added any capital in between, and he has not withdrawn any capital, part of capital in between. So this amount is there for entire year. 70,000 into 5 divided by 100. 5% of 70,000 is 3,500 is the interest of Krishna. And next Murthy's. Murthy's, his capital is 40,000. So 40,000 into 5 divided by 100. So Murthy's interest on capital is 40,000's 5% is 2,000. So these are the Krishna's interest on capital is 3,500 and Murthy's interest on capital is 2,000 rupees. So after adding these two balances, we get exactly the final closing capital. So 80,000 plus 3,500. 83,500 is the closing capital of Krishna, and 60,000 plus 2,000, 62,000 will be the closing capital of Murthy. So this is how and why we calculate opening capital of the partners. Interest on drawings. So when partners withdraw the amount from the business for their personal uses, for their household expenses, their children's school fees, their personal insurance, life insurance, or their personal vehicle insurance, or maybe for various things partners may withdraw. That is allowed in partnership firm also. But as it is not a sole proprietorship, the withdrawal of money will not affect only to one partner. It affects to the entire firm. So to avoid over withdrawal of the drawings, that is money from the business. So the business here, firm, is allowed to charge interest on drawings if a partnership deed agrees for it. That is, if interest on drawing rate is mentioned in the partnership deed, then only the interest on drawings can be charged here on drawings of interest. Sorry, drawings, interest on drawings. Now, this interest on drawings can be calculated by different methods depending on how the pattern of the withdrawals of the partners. Here, partner may withdraw anytime. There is no specific date or period. On April 1st itself, a person may withdraw the money, or December 1st, March 31st, February 1. So depending on when he withdraw, even in between the month also, 15th of the month, first date of every month, last date of every month. So equal amount every month, or different amount on different dates, not all 12 months, and only once in a year or twice in a year. So depending on the requirement also, person can withdraw the money here. So based on these pattern of withdrawals, the partner's interest on drawings will be calculated with different methods here. So first method, direct method or specific period method. So here, how many months are left after the withdrawal of the drawings, that will be counted and interest is calculated. Suppose the partner has withdrawn money on 1st of April. That means 12 months is there till the last date of the accounting period. Then for 12 months interest will be charged. If the partner withdraw money on October 1st, then October 1st to March 31st, 6 months is there. So for 6 months interest is charged here. And second method is product method. So product method, where partner has withdrawn different amounts on different dates during the year, not just once. So twice, thrice or 4 times. So partner may have withdrawn the money. Then instead of calculating here for individual, so 1st January he has withdrawn, then April 1st, then October 1st, then December 25 he have withdrawn the money. So from the date of withdrawal to last date, how many days or months are left? Instead of calculating for each, we take a product method here. Total how many months? So that we'll discuss later. So that how we calculate when different dates and different amounts are withdrawn. And next, average method or shortcut method, where the withdrawal will be in a certain pattern, same amount and the same date of all 12 months. So 1st of every month, person will withdraw certain amount only. So if he withdrawn 500 rupees on 1st April, so all months, all 12 months, 500 rupees on 1st date only he will withdraw. Or maybe in between, 15th of the month, every month. Or maybe last date of every month. So same amount on same day, all 12 months. So there is a pattern here. Then we use another method to make it easy to calculate the interest. Then that we call it as a shortcut method. And a partner may also withdraw on quarterly basis. 1st quarter, 2nd quarter, last quarter. Again here, beginning of the quarter, middle of the quarter, or maybe end of the quarter. So those are things we'll discuss later. First, let us calculate direct method here. A partner A, B and C. 3 partners are there. So A withdrawn drawings rupees 1000 on May 1st. A. Then B withdrawn rupees 2000 on August 31st. Then C withdrawn rupees 1500 on January 1st. So all 3 persons have withdrawn amount on different date and only once in a year. So here interest on drawings is allowed at 5% per annum. Interest on drawings is allowed at 5% per annum. So on A's drawings, interest will be, so A's interest on drawings is 1000 rupees he has withdrawn and rate of interest is 5%, 5 divided by 100, and for how many months? That amount is not there in the business. So he has withdrawn on May 1st. So May 1st means beginning of the year, count that month also. So May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. For 11 months that amount is not there in the business. So for outstanding 11 months, 11 divided by 12, that interest should be calculated here. So here 1000 into 5 divided by 100 into 11 divided by 12 is equal to 45.83. That means interest on A's drawings is 45 rupees 83 paise. And next B. B has withdrawn 2000 rupees and rate of interest is 5%, 5 into 100. Then on 31st of August he has withdrawn the money. So August has gone from September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 8 months. For 8 months, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Okay, 8 months. For 8 months that amount is there in the, not there in the business. So for 8 months. So here 2000 into 5% into 8 divided by 12 is equal to 66.67 rupees. So rupees 67 paise. Then C. C has withdrawn 1500 into 5%. So he has withdrawn on January 1st. So January, February, March. For 3 months we have to charge interest on his drawings. So 3 divided by 12. So on 1500, 5% into 3 divided by 12 is equal to 18 rupees 75 paise. So this is how we calculate interest on drawings. Suppose if a single person has withdrawn on these dates different amount, so then we can add all these amounts. So here all three partners have withdrawn on different dates. So their interest on drawings are there here.